Hey YouTube, welcome back to Griffin Grills. Today we're going to be doing bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers, and I'm just going to show you how I set up my jalapenos. First, we're just going to knock off the top where the stem is at. Push that to the side. Then we'll just take and turn this jalapeno straight up, and we're going to turn it into two boats. That way we can stuff that with cream cheese and then we'll wrap it in bacon. Now the best way I've found to decor these, if you don't have a jalapeno decorer, is just take a regular kitchen spoon, get underneath the inside, and just start working it down to where the stem would be. Basically just gutting out that jalapeno, and it removes most of the seeds and all the stemming from inside with minimal effort. If you're doing a lot of these for a party, you really want to do something that's going to be easy. And doing it this way, it's less risk of it popping it up in your eye. The last thing you want is a little jalapeno pepper spray. So once you get those hollowed out, we'll go ahead and cut our cream cheese into slithers and stuff it in there and wrap it in bacon. So let me get this cleaned up and we'll be right back. Alright, now that we've gotten all of our jalapenos boated and everything scooped out of the inside, we're just going to take our knife and cut a little slither of cream cheese. Usually about 1/4 of an inch is a good size to work with, because what we're actually going to do is even cut this in half again. And this should be plenty of cream cheese to fill our jalapeno boats. We'll just push it in, mash it all into all the crevices. Same thing with this one. And I took a regular pound of bacon, just your generic bacon at the grocery store. Went ahead and sliced it in half because we only need a half a piece of bacon for each popper. I also picked up some extra long toothpicks that are going to make it a little easier to skewer these with, just to hold that bacon on while it's cooking out on our grill. So we'll start with a piece of bacon, half a slice. Wrap it around, and we want to cover just one side of it, not the bottom, because we're going to wrap this around and make sure it catches halfway down, and then just complete our wrap. And we should end up with bacon all across the top of our cream cheese. We'll take our toothpick, skewer it through, and there you have it. So we're just going to take care of the rest of these, and then we'll get them out on the grill. Alright, so there's 24 bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers. We're going to go outside, show you how we set the grill up, get our chimney going, and all the little tips and tricks we're going to do out there. So I will see you outside. Alright, so as far as how we're going to set our grill up today, most people do these with a vortex, but I actually use the Weber charcoal baskets that came with my Performer. I'm just going to light up a chimney full of charcoal, dump them right in the middle. We'll put the grate on top, and then put our jalapeno poppers in a ring all the way around. We do have a chimney full of charcoal here, and I'm just going to use some loose paper to get that started up. So let's go ahead and light that while we're out here. Alright, so we'll just let that chimney starter go right now, and when it gets fully lit and the charcoal is nice and hot, we're going to dump it right in the center of the baskets and start those poppers up. Alright, so we're back outside, and I do apologize, it got a little dark, so I'm having to use the floodlights out here. But hopefully you'll be able to see what's going on camera. We got our chimney fully lit. We're just going to dump it off into our baskets that are inside of the grill grate. So let me grab that chimney, and I'll walk around and show you how we do that. Alright, so now that we got our baskets full, we're just going to even them out. You just have to rake the coals over off into the side, and if you dropped any in the grate, that's okay. We can try to retrieve them, and if not, we'll just let them fall through. One chimney full of charcoal should be more than enough to do this cook. You don't have to heat it very long. We're only looking for about 15 to 20 minutes, or until the bacon is as crispy as you like it. So now that we got that in there, we're going to set the grate inside. And I like to use the pointed ends of the baskets, and those line up with the hinged end of your grate. So if your hinge is right here and your handles for your grate are right here, you're just going to line those up at the top. The reason why you would do that is it gives you more surface area on the sides to lay your jalapenos. That way you're not having to try to lay jalapenos where these handles are and get them too close to your fire. So we're going to leave this like this, close the lid down, let that grill grate get up to temp. That way when we put them out here, they'll be ready to go, and it helps to burn off some of the residue from your last cook if you let that grate get hot, and you can take your scraper and scrape it off. So we'll give these a little chance to get warm, and then when we come back out, we'll be putting the jalapeno poppers onto the grate. Alright, we're back out at the grill, and just in case anybody was wondering, the temperature on the gauge on the lid is reading about 500. So that's what we're going to put these poppers out on. You just open the grill lid real quick. Our jalapenos right here, we're just going to line them up along the grate. You want to keep about an inch or so from where your baskets start. And we'll just line those all around the edges. Because it's actually the heat coming up through the center and hitting the dome lid and rolling around is what's going to cook these. And you typically go for about 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how long it takes for your poppers to reach the desired level of cook you want in the bacon. I mean, obviously you don't want to eat raw bacon, but we like them real crispy around here, so we'll probably end up doing the full 20 minutes. I'm going to come back out, check them in about 15, and see where they're at. And depending on where they're at from there, we may let them cook a little bit longer. In any place that you got some extra space, just go ahead and load those poppers up. I got my baskets a little bit more to this side, so it gave me a little bit more grilling area toward that side. So yeah, we're just going to close this lid down, let all that heat come straight up, hit the dome, and then roll off to the sides. I do have my top vent wide open, along with the bottom vent is wide open also. We want to get as much heat in there as possible so you can get that bacon nice and crispy. So like I said, we'll give them about 15 minutes, and then after 15 minutes we'll come out here and take a look at them, see how they're looking. If they need to go another 5 minutes or so, we can let them do that. So stay tuned and we'll be back out here. Alright, so here we are out at the grill a full 35 minutes later, so it took a little longer than I expected. I'm not exactly sure why, but we're going to go ahead and pull these poppers off, bring them inside, and go ahead and eat them up. We got a nice mahogany color to this bacon. It's red, so once they cool down a little bit, they'll be nice and crispy. And if you notice, some of the cream cheese here has actually started to brown up a little bit, so that's going to be real good. These are also great little snackatizer things for whenever you're having football guests over. I know around here we like to watch our Falcons, even though they didn't really perform for us today. We're still going to root for the home team around here. So let me just get these off real quick and we'll go inside and start eating these things up. If you're worried about the spiciness of them, they're not really that spicy because we took all the seeds out. If you want them a little spicier, you can save a couple of those seeds and pack them underneath the cream cheese, and that'll give you a little bit more spice to it. So let's get these inside. Alright, so here we are back inside with our bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers, and as you can see, they turned out just gorgeous. The bacon's nice and crispy. The cream cheese has a little brownness to it. So we're going to serve these up and eat these tonight. Please stay tuned for more videos. If y'all have any thing you want to see me grill, just go ahead and drop that in the comments there. Also, any likes or subscribes would be greatly appreciated. So we're going to chow into these and we'll catch you on the next video.